At the Zhuhai Air Show, China unveiled its latest flying car. This is not science fiction, it's reality. With cutting-edge design and smooth aerodynamic lines, the air taxi is sure to captivate the world.
It is actually looks like and functions as the regular car. You can't drive most of the way, take off and fly without transition over some kind of a traffic, over an obstacle, over a river, over anything, and then continue driving.
What if your next car didn't have wheels, but wings? In a world where traffic jams steal hours and urban chaos grows daily, China has unveiled a solution that feels like it's been lifted from science fiction. The AE200 is a fully functional flying transport vehicle, and it could replace the way we move forever.
No, your eyes are not deceiving you. That really is a flying car.
No more gridlocked highways, no more crawling through cities. This isn't just an idea. It's a machine built, tested, and ready to soar. Developed by Wu Chong Kong Technology in Chengdu, the AE200 is China's bold step into the skies. It represents more than an engineering marvel. It reflects a vision, a future where we don't drive to work, we fly. In a time when cities are overburdened and roads are outdated, the AE200 presents a clean, fast, and futuristic alternative. It's not a fantasy anymore. The age of flying cars is beginning, and it's starting with China. But this story isn't just about a flying machine. It's about a global shift in how we think about transportation, mobility, and freedom. It's a glimpse into a world where roads don't define our direction, and where the sky is open to everyone. As we explore this revolutionary invention and others like it around the globe, one thing becomes clear. The future of travel isn't on the ground, it's in the air, and it's closer than we think. The AE200 isn't just a flying car, it's a blueprint for the future of urban transport. Built by Wu Chong Kong Technology in Chengdu, this aircraft blends the capabilities of helicopters and airplanes into one sleek, powerful machine. It can take off and land vertically like a helicopter, but once in the air, it flies with the speed and efficiency of a small airplane. With a top speed of 320 kilometers per hour and a range of 200 kilometers on a single charge, it's designed to move fast, far, and efficiently. The AE200 weighs 2,500 kilograms, placing it in the light aircraft category, but it operates with far greater flexibility. It doesn't need a runway or a helipad. It can launch from rooftops, parking lots, or specially designated zones, making it ideal for cities already bursting at the seams. Imagine traveling from one end of Shanghai to the other in 15 minutes without touching the traffic below. But speed isn't its only selling point. The AE200 is also engineered for silence. Its noise reduction rotors minimize sound pollution, and its aerodynamic design allows for smooth, quiet movement through the air. Inside, it's fully autonomous, capable of navigating through complex airspace with precision. This isn't a prototype sitting in a lab. In June 2024, the AE200 completed full-load public test flights, transitioning smoothly between vertical and forward flight. It's already proving its worth and its readiness. China is not waiting for the future. With the AE200, it's creating it now. Beyond personal travel, the AE200 opens a new frontier in emergency response. Picture a medical crisis in a congested urban center, an ambulance stuck in traffic, precious minutes ticking away. Now, imagine a flying medical unit lifting off from a hospital rooftop, bypassing every red light and roadblock, and reaching the patient within minutes. That's not a dream. That's exactly what the AE200 is built to do. Designed to carry more than just passengers, this aircraft has the capacity to function as an airborne ambulance. It can transport medical personnel, emergency equipment, and even critically ill patients, all while avoiding the limitations of ground infrastructure. Urban congestion costs lives, and the AE200 could help save them.
A new Chinese electric car company has entered the Irish market. The arrival of XPeng comes as China's car makers increase pressure on their European and US rivals when it comes to technology and price.
In disaster zones where roads are damaged or inaccessible, This vehicle could fly in supplies, evacuate victims, or deploy first responders, faster and more efficiently than traditional methods. The ability to operate in vertical mode means it can land in tight, improvised spaces, from parking lots to courtyards. Its autonomous guidance system ensures safety even in chaotic conditions, using real-time obstacle detection and airspace coordination. Emergency medical care has always depended on speed. With the AE-200, China has introduced a new kind of rapid response, a flying solution that may one day become a standard part of emergency services. The air is no longer just a space above us, it's a potential lifeline, and the AE-200 is ready to take that responsibility to new heights. Engineering that defies gravity. To understand the AE-200 is to appreciate a machine that challenges traditional design limits. It's not just fast or efficient, it's revolutionary in how it combines multiple flight systems into one vehicle. The AE-200 can hover like a drone, ascend like a helicopter, and cruise like an airplane. This hybrid functionality is a technical masterpiece. At its core, the aircraft is built around vertical takeoff and landing, known as VTOL. This feature is critical for urban environments where space is limited and time is valuable. The AE-200 doesn't require a long runway or large airfield. It lifts off vertically, glides through the sky, and touches down in areas where no traditional aircraft could go. Its wings are fixed and aerodynamic, providing stability and reducing drag. The rotors are designed not only for lift, but also for noise control. Urban noise pollution is a real concern, and the AE-200 addresses it head-on with intelligent sound dampening technology. Inside, it's a digital powerhouse. Autonomous navigation systems guide it through crowded skies. Real-time obstacle avoidance and AI-driven flight paths make it safer than many manned aircraft. Redundant power systems and emergency protocols are built into every layer of its design. It doesn't rely on a single power source, and in case of failure, backup systems instantly engage. This level of safety isn't optional, it's essential. In every way, the AE-200 is built for the complex, unpredictable world of real cities. It's more than transportation. It's a leap into the next era of engineering. While China leads with the AE-200, the dream of flying vehicles isn't limited to one country. Across the world, innovators are racing to own the skies. In the United States, ALF Aeronautics has developed a hybrid flying car.
A US startup recently released this footage of an ultralight pre-production version of its vehicle.
That's already cleared for flight in US airspace. This vehicle combines aerial and road mobility, flying for over 110 kilometers and driving for more than 300 on a single charge. It features a built-in parachute system for emergency safety and has already attracted thousands of pre-orders. In Poland, engineer Thomas Paton's Volort airbike is making waves. It's a single-seat flying motorcycle capable of reaching 200 kilometers per hour. With a futuristic design and jet propulsion instead of rotors, it's agile, sleek, and built for personal freedom. Then there's the Philippines, where Kix Mandiola has created the Hoverboard Air. Controlled by a handheld remote and body movement, it recently completed a test flight of over 2 kilometers in 7 minutes. Compact enough to fit in a truck bed, it's not just a concept, it's flying proof of possibility. Around the globe, inventors are building what science fiction once promised. Flying motorcycles, jetpacks, and airborne cars are no longer dreams. They're flying, being tested, and heading for mass production. This is not a one-nation story, it's a global movement. And as each country brings its own vision into the sky, one thing is certain. The age of personal flight is not just coming, it's already here. China's flying paramedic drone. While the AE-200 dominates headlines, China's innovation doesn't stop there. Another breakthrough has quietly taken flight, one that could redefine emergency medical care. Developed by Haishan Medical Technology, China has introduced the world's first rescue drone fully equipped for advanced medical assistance. This isn't just a delivery drone, it's an airborne paramedic, Designed to access places where ambulances and helicopters can't go, this drone can provide respiratory support, deliver IV fluids, monitor vital signs, and even perform defibrillation, all while doctors remotely monitor and guide every step in real time. Built to operate in extreme conditions, it functions in temperatures ranging from -25 to 46 degrees Celsius and at altitudes as high as 5,000 meters. That means it can be deployed during mountain disasters, floods, earthquakes, or anywhere traditional vehicles would be delayed or blocked. With a payload capacity of up to 300 kilograms, it's capable of carrying significant medical supplies or even transporting patients. This kind of drone introduces a new layer of emergency care: fast, remote, and immediate. In situations where minutes mean life or death, such technology can close the gap between incident and intervention. It's also a safer alternative for rescue workers, keeping them out of hazardous environments. This is more than a flying robot. It's a tool that could transform the future of healthcare, especially in disaster-prone or rural areas. China has once again proven that innovation isn't just about speed or style. Sometimes it's about saving lives, fast, smart, and from the sky. Flying has always symbolized freedom. For decades, we've watched jetpacks, hoverboards, and sci-fi speeders on screens, imagining what it would feel like to lift off on our own. Today, that dream is taking shape. One engineer, one prototype, one flight at a time. Around the world, innovators are shrinking aviation into personal, practical machines. In the Philippines, Kix Mandiola's Hoverboard Air is a prime example.
History made on a hoverboard. And it only took a couple of tries. A French inventor has flown across the English Channel on a hoverboard. It took Frankie Zapata just over 20 minutes to make the trip.
This multi-rotor aircraft lets a person fly using only body tilts and a handheld controller. It's compact, stable, and portable. A successful test flight covered 2 kilometers in just over 7 minutes, proving the dream is airborne. In the United States, Jetpack Aviation has introduced the JB-10, a compact jetpack powered by twin-turbo engines. It flies at speeds up to 160 kilometers per hour, climbs to 3,000 meters, and operates without requiring pilot licenses. Over in France, Zapata's Easy Fly offers a Segway-like flying platform that reaches speeds of 130 kilometers per hour. It's easy to balance, intuitive to control, and built for everyone, from thrill seekers to first responders. These aren't just tech toys. They're stepping stones toward a new class of mobility. Personal aerial vehicles are becoming lighter, smarter, and safer. With carbon fiber frames and AI stabilization systems, flying is no longer reserved for pilots. The ground is no longer our limit. These machines represent a new kind of independence, one where anyone, anywhere, could take to the skies. The future of commuting may not be 4 wheels and pavement. It might be flight, one person at a time. The Hoverboard Air, flight in a backpack. Among the most exciting developments in personal aviation is the Hoverboard Air from the Philippines. Invented by engineer and tech blogger Kix Mandiola, this compact flying device feels like something straight from a superhero movie. But it's real, and it's flying. The Hoverboard Air is a multi-rotor aircraft built for solo flight. It lifts a person into the air with minimal training and delivers a flying experience that's intuitive, balanced, and incredibly portable. Operated with a handheld remote and body tilting, it offers a natural sense of control, similar to riding a bicycle or skateboard, except hundreds of feet in the air. The recent successful test flight, covering over 2 kilometers in 7 minutes, is proof of both its stability and real-world capability. One of the key features is its size. Unlike traditional aircraft, this device can fit into the back of a truck and be launched from almost anywhere. Its carbon fiber structure is light yet strong, designed for both urban commuting and adventurous exploration. Although flight times are currently limited by battery technology, the concept has already shown it can work, and it's captured global attention. it also raises important questions. Could this become the future of last-mile delivery? Could emergency responders use hoverboards to reach tight urban spaces? The hoverboard Air isn't just a gadget. It's a quiet revolution, a new way to think about flight, freedom, and everyday mobility. As development continues, the dream of personal flight becomes not only possible but practical. Flying transport may sound futuristic, but it's rooted in the present. Around the world, engineering minds are working at full throttle to turn airborne ideas into everyday realities. While China's AE-200 and medical drone lead one front, other countries are carving their place in the sky. In Japan, SkyDrive has built the SD-03, a single-seat flying car designed for city use.
The flying cars you see in a science fiction movie. A Japanese manufacturer has completed a manned flight test in just 2 years. Let's take a look at SkyDrive's flying car.
It's compact, electric, and tailored for rooftop-to-rooftop travel. With quiet propulsion and a lightweight frame, it's perfect for navigating dense urban areas. In France, Zapata's EZ Fly continues to stun. Built like a flying Segway, it's controlled using body balance and hand grips, making it one of the most intuitive personal aircraft ever designed. In New Zealand, the Martin jetpack is undergoing revival. Once shelved due to funding, this gas-powered personal flight system has re-entered the spotlight with updated features and greater safety protocols. These devices are no longer theoretical. They are flying, being tested, and slowly entering civilian use. Engineers are now tackling the next set of hurdles: longer battery life, better safety systems, and legal clearance for use in cities. The competition is fierce, and the pace is rapid. While no single design has yet emerged as the ultimate standard, each invention brings us closer to a world where flying over traffic is normal. Whether it's solo commuters, flying paramedics, or emergency deliveries, the message is clear. The sky is open, and the race is on. Facing the challenges ahead. As exciting as flying transport may be, the road, or rather the sky, ahead is filled with challenges. Engineering a machine that can fly safely over cities is no easy task. It requires solving not just technical issues, but legal, social, and environmental ones too. First, energy. Most flying vehicles today are battery-powered, but current battery technology limits flight to under 30 minutes. Extending range while keeping aircraft lightweight is one of the biggest hurdles. Next, safety. Unlike cars that follow roads and rules, flying vehicles operate in 3 dimensions. That means avoiding other aircraft, adapting to wind, and responding to sudden weather changes. Even the best autopilot systems have limitations. That's why redundant controls, emergency landing protocols, and fail-safes are essential. Then, there's air traffic control. As skies get busier with drones, helicopters, and flying cars, managing that airspace will be a critical challenge. Countries will need new infrastructure, virtual flight lanes, rooftop landing zones, and urban air traffic systems. Legal frameworks must evolve too. Who can fly? Where can they land? What happens if there's an accident? And let's not forget public trust. People need to believe these machines are safe, quiet, and respectful of privacy before they accept them in their neighborhoods. These challenges are real, but not impossible. Every major technology, from cars to planes, faced resistance before it became normal. The same will happen with flying transport. What matters now is how quickly we adapt, regulate, and innovate, because the future is ready. The only question is, are we? Flying vehicles might sound like luxury gadgets, but for this technology to change the world, it must be accessible. Right now, most flying cars and personal aircraft are expensive, often costing hundreds of thousands of dollars. The AE-200, for example, is a high-end innovation not yet meant for the average household. ALF Aeronautics' hybrid flying car in the US is priced at around $300,000, clearly an early adopter's product. But this is typical for any new technology. Think of the first computers or mobile phones. They were massive, expensive, and rare. Over time, as demand grew and manufacturing scaled, costs dropped dramatically. The same is likely to happen with flying vehicles. As more companies enter the market and production ramps up, we can expect prices to decrease. The real challenge lies in building an ecosystem that supports these machines. Mass adoption won't happen without manufacturing stability, affordable energy systems, charging stations, maintenance hubs, and trained operators. Governments also play a role through subsidies, safety standards, and public investment. Right now, flying cars are futuristic tools for the wealthy, the curious, or the brave. But in 10 or 20 years, they could be as common as electric scooters or motorbikes. Accessibility isn't just about affordability. It's about public trust, training, and infrastructure. The journey from luxury to necessity takes time, but with the pace of innovation, that future may arrive faster than we expect. When it does, the ability to fly above traffic may no longer be a dream. It may be a standard. Flying transport doesn't just change how we move. It changes the shape and rhythm of cities themselves. Imagine a city where rooftop ports replace bus terminals, where parking garages become vertical launch stations, and where traffic noise is reduced, not from fewer vehicles, but from quieter, airborne alternatives. The AE-200 and similar aircraft don't need highways. They don't contribute to potholes, smog, or constant street repairs. That alone could save billions in urban infrastructure costs. More importantly, they free up space on the ground. With fewer cars clogging the streets, cities can dedicate more room to green spaces, bike paths, and walkable neighborhoods. Urban planners could finally redesign for people instead of traffic. Think about how daily life would shift. You could leave your home, take an elevator to your rooftop, and fly to work across town in minutes. No gridlock, no honking horns, no exhaust fumes. Emergency services could respond faster. Deliveries could be instant. Commutes could shrink from hours to minutes. All of this depends on smart integration. Cities would need air lanes, noise regulations, energy hubs, and digital systems to monitor and manage sky traffic. But once that's in place, the transformation would be dramatic. Flying vehicles aren't just about technology. They're about redefining human life in urban environments. For over a century, cities have expanded outward and upward. Now, with the arrival of practical flight, we may finally begin to expand forward, into the airspace above. As the world confronts climate change and environmental collapse, every new form of transportation must answer one question: is it sustainable? The good news is that most flying transport prototypes today are built with electric propulsion systems. The AE-200, for instance, is powered without fossil fuels, relying instead on battery energy. That means no tailpipe emissions, reduced noise, and far less environmental harm than traditional cars or helicopters. But it's not all perfect. Electric flying vehicles still face serious energy demands. Batteries need charging, and in some areas, electricity still comes from coal or gas. True sustainability will require clean energy sources, solar, wind, or hydro, to support these systems on a mass scale. Battery production also raises concerns. Mining for lithium and other rare minerals can be damaging, both environmentally and socially. Recycling and responsible sourcing will be critical in ensuring that flying transport doesn't simply shift the burden from one part of the planet to another. On the positive side, flying vehicles offer huge potential to reduce ground congestion. Fewer traffic jams mean fewer idling engines, less wasted fuel, and improved air quality in cities. Quiet rotor technology also helps reduce noise pollution, making them more community-friendly than loud helicopters. In the long run, flying vehicles may not only help us move faster, they could help us move smarter. With the right materials, energy sources, and regulations, the future of flight can also be green. If we build it responsibly, flying transport could become one of the cleanest ways to travel. As flying vehicles enter public life, they bring not just innovation, but new ethical dilemmas. Who's responsible if a flying car crashes in a neighborhood? What happens if autonomous navigation systems fail? Can flying vehicles be used for surveillance or even criminal activity? These questions demand real answers before skies become crowded. Safety is the top concern. Developers like Wu Chong Kong Technology have already built multiple backup systems into the AE-200, emergency power supplies, automated landing protocols, and crash-resistant cabins. But no system is perfect. Clear guidelines must be established for liability, accident response, and user accountability. Then there's privacy. Flying over private property raises concerns about surveillance, photography, and data collection. Citizens need assurance that the sky won't become a new zone of intrusion. Another important aspect is training. Even with autopilot features, should users be required to earn a flying license? How will authorities prevent reckless or unauthorized flights? And what about emergencies? Can flying vehicles be hacked or misused? If they fall into the wrong hands, they could be dangerous tools. These issues aren't reasons to avoid flying transport, but they are reasons to proceed carefully. Innovation must be balanced with ethics, privacy, and public trust. Regulators, engineers, and communities must work together to shape a system that benefits everyone, not just early adopters or corporations. The sky may be open, but it's not lawless. If we want this future to succeed, it must be built with responsibility from the ground up and enforced from the air down. We stand at the edge of an extraordinary shift, one that redefines movement itself. For centuries, we've walked, ridden, driven, and flown in ways that felt bound to the ground or limited by massive infrastructure. But now, thanks to innovations like the AE-200 and countless global efforts, we are entering the era of personal, practical, everyday flight. This isn't just about escaping traffic or moving faster. It's about breaking barriers. It's about giving people access to opportunity, safety, and freedom in ways we've never seen before. Imagine rural villages connected to hospitals by flying drones. Imagine commuters arriving home in 5 minutes instead of 2 hours. Imagine a world where the sky belongs to everyone, not just pilots or billionaires, but families, students, and workers. But this future depends on choices we make now. We must build regulations that protect people. We must invest in green energy, safe infrastructure, and smart integration. We must treat the sky as a shared space, not a free-for-all. If we do it right, the rewards are beyond imagination. The AE-200 is proof that the impossible is now real. It has flown, it has landed, it has shown the world what's next. And what's next is a world where we no longer look at the sky with longing, but with purpose. The question is no longer if we will fly. The question is when. And for those watching this revolution unfold, your time to rise may be sooner than you think. And there you have it. The future of transport isn't on wheels, it's in the air. China's AE-200 isn't just a machine, it's a message, a signal that the age of flying cars has officially begun. While the rest of the world watches and wonders, China is already building the sky highways of tomorrow. The only question left is, how long before the rest of us catch up? If this glimpse into the future amazed you, don't forget to hit like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more stories that take you beyond the ordinary. The next revolution isn't coming. It's already airborne. Thanks for watching.